I look at the road, it's so. Hello everybody, and welcome to another beautiful edition of Reina Speaks. I hope that you've been having a good week, and I hope you're going to enjoy your stay here today. Welcome to all our new viewers, and thank you to all our old viewers for your continual watching, sharing, liking, and commenting. My name is Reina, the hostess for Reina Speaks. We've been talking about how to get hired. If you've been with us, then you know that for the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about how to get hired. And today, we want to talk about how to stay hired. Since you followed our points, we are very confident that you've probably got the job now and want to make sure you keep that job. So we want to tell you how to keep the job that you have applied for and have been employed to do. Because many of us do apply for jobs, but eventually we lose the jobs because of the things we do not know. And that's why Reina Speaks is here, to let you know everything you need to know when you need to know it so that you can become the best version of yourself. Welcome everybody online, and don't forget to give us a like, a share, a subscribe, a comment, and to keep pressing the love and like buttons to encourage me to keep talking. Abby, you know the thing like that. All right. So how to stay hired? Now, if you want to succeed in whatever you are doing, in the career path you've chosen, at a job, you will need to be the best employee possible. No matter how nice you are with all your other colleagues, your aim is to become one of the best, if not the best employee at where you have been employed. And this way, you can stand out among all your colleagues, you can increase your work opportunities for later in life, and you can even gain a seat at the table at the company or institution that you work for, depending on how to do it. So let's talk about how to be a good employee. How do I do this? I want to be a good employee. I may not have the experience, like I said in the last week one. You may be a fresh graduate, and so you've never worked before and have no experience. But your hope and aim is to become one of the best employees. This is the show for you. If it is somebody, if you're an HR personnel and you need to assess your employees, this is also the show for you. If you know somebody who wants to become a better employee, or you yourself decide that this year I want to be the best version of myself, as is our theme, and therefore I'm going to do whatever I can to be the best employee, you are in the right place. Point number one, make sure you are following all company guidelines and work ethics. Anything that they value at your job must be your priority. And whatever guidelines you are given, for example, you are given your job description, that should be your priority. That should be the main thing you want to do. Also, make sure that, like I said, the things they value. Maybe you work in a, let me see. Let's say you work in a company that manufactures rubber bags, the ones that we get when we go to the shops. And one of their main values is hygiene. So even though hygiene may not be categorically stated on your work description, your job description, but you've seen that since you enter the company, one of the things they value the most is hygiene. You must make sure you are keeping yourself hygienic, your work area hygienic, the tools you work with are hygienic, everywhere you are hygienic, because that is one of the values that they value. All right, then you've understood now. So make sure you are following all company guidelines to the letter. And anything you add on is something that is going to make those guidelines better. Anything you add on is going to make those things better. They are going to see you shine brighter. Don't add things that demand more money. Don't add things that demand, we have to ask you what's going on. Inculcate them if you need to, in such a way that it makes you still adhering or following company guidelines, but is making you stand out and become one of the best employees. Number two is that make sure you know the vision and the mission of the company or institution you are with. Know their vision and their mission and work towards, make sure that all the work you are doing is towards the vision and the mission. You know, so what are they working on? Try and find ways to make what they are working on easier for them. Try and find ways to make sure that we are all going towards one goal, one aim, one direction. Try and make sure that that is what is going on. All right, take notes during company meetings and learn what your department's objectives are. I am in this department. What are our objectives as a department? And follow through. And make sure that your objectives as a department are always geared towards making the bigger vision and mission work. And so that should also be your aim. By now, you're already the best employee if you just keep following. The third one is that treat everyone with respect. I don't know how to overemphasize this. Some people come into a job and think that because they came into the job with a higher ranking than those who have already been in the job, they just say things, they just act anyhow, they are rude and disrespectful. Now, no matter how high ranking you are in a job, you are new at the place. And there are some nitty-gritties you do not have any idea about, believe me. So anytime you get into a job, into a place, it is wise for you to take your time, take a seat back, treat everybody with respect as you observe, and pick up anything you need to make your work better. Say good mornings, say hellos, ask about their welfare, don't seem overbearing, don't poke your nose where you don't need to poke your nose, ask more questions. Asking questions makes you seem not forbearing, but just interested in really knowing what's going on. Ask a lot of questions, mingle with people. Listening is a sign of respect, so always make sure that you are listening. And when they are sharing their thoughts and ideas, show you are listening. Don't pretend to listen, and don't make it look like, oh, this point, there was no need for you to make this point. I mean, this point in the air, there was no need for you to make it. No, not at all. The next one is that use your best effort. Use your best effort. While you are on the clock, make sure to work consistently hard. Don't work hard on Monday, Tuesday, you are not working hard. Wednesday, you are like, it's the middle of the week. Consistently. You know that this is the time frame you are supposed to work within. Make sure that within that time frame you have been given, no matter what other duties you have, that you have made sure that the main one has been done and has been done extremely well within the working hours. If there's the need to put in extra time, do so, and then make sure you are completing tasks on time. Make sure you are meeting deadlines. Make sure you are asking the right questions to know the exact things you should be doing, and put a good amount, a very high amount of effort in anything that you are doing. Excuse me. It makes you stand out and noticeable. Number 5 says, become an expert at your job. Expert means the one who knows how to do their job best. So try and learn everything about your position. You see, let me tell you something. When you have a position, let's say they say you are the lead teacher. The lead teacher's main jobs are to teach and to impart the knowledge they have, to write lesson notes, to make sure that the children are getting the education that their parents paid for. But that is the main work. There are other little things that make your work as it should be. Caring for the children, making sure they are neat, making sure they are eating their food, making sure that their exercises are marked, their books are kept in good order. If they need to use the loo, they do so. Those are extra things that you must learn to buttress your main job to make it better. So become an expert in every little skill around your job and in your job. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So join online forums that address the kind of work you do. Read a lot, Google, find out, talk to people who have been doing that job for a long time. Talk to them, ask them questions. Get all the information you need about it. Don't sit there and say, but I have a degree in education. I have degree in education. I have degree in education. I don't need any extra, anything in education. Ask me. I even added psychology to it. I am an expert. I don't need anybody's own. I am doing my own because I've developed my own way of doing the thing. It will work very well. I don't need your help. No. You cannot be somebody at a job that does not learn. You must keep learning, keep improving, keep upgrading. You may not even need to go to formal school to do it. I mean, Google is the best place to self-teach, if I would say. YouTube is there. There are so many things on the internet that can improve you and make you the best, the expert at your job. So that if we were to put you side by side with other lead teachers, there would be something that makes you stand out because you have a certain skill. You have a certain knowledge. You have a certain buttressing that the rest don't have, if you know what I mean. Another point for making sure that you are staying hired as an employee is that you must offer value to your workplace. Offer value to your workplace. Think of something that makes you stand out, something that makes you seeable in the midst of everything going on, something that makes us know this is the one that we would choose for this thing. Do that and then place value on yourself. One of the other ways to place value on yourself is to be somebody who can maintain things that are given to them. No matter how long it is you have the thing, it still stays fresh and brand new. Another way of adding value is that you save the company costs by innovation and knowing that this, we don't have this, but let me improvise. So I'm trying to say by innovation and improvisation, you can become an employee of great value. Because we know that even when we don't have certain things, you are able to find a way around it and let us have what we need. So one of the ways to stay hired as an employee is to offer value to your workplace and be so valuable that if you take a day off, you take 2 days off, your presence is felt. Like, oh, if this person was here, this would have gone this way. If this person was here, this would have gone this way. So make sure there's value in the work you do and value in yourself so that you bring it to the workplace and you can stay hired. The next point, which is point 7, says that focus on solutions. Focus on solutions. Make sure that every time you are talking, no matter what kind of problem or challenge you present, you always have a solution at hand for it to be solved. You always have a solution at hand for it to be solved. So focus on solutions. Don't always be complaining. Don't always be complaining. Always say that, okay, so this has happened, but I've also done a little research around it. If we did it this way, it could work. Now, some of the good examples are, if you watch programs like The Good Doctor or Grey's Anatomy, you would realize that every time a very strange disease or a sickness they are not sure about came up, people would go and, most of the doctors would go and do research and come out with the solution. Because what they need to do is save the person's life. They already know what the problem is. And some of the problems that you would be complaining about at your workplace are things that are common and are naturally happening. What would let you stand out and remain hired is that you came and suddenly you assessed the situation and you were able to get a solution for it. Be open to change. A lot of employees are not flexible and are not open to change. They don't adapt easily to things that they have gotten used to and have been changed. One way to be a very good employee is to stay changeable, stay flexible. Be ready for any time your company or department says that, all right, we've been doing this way, but now we are changing it over this way. If they do it every week, if they do it every month, if they do it every year, stay open and flexible so that once it happens, you quickly adapt into it. That makes you easy to work with. It makes you willing to work, and it makes you stand out as an employee. I said that I've had this saying from my bishop, Dark Heward Mills, which says that the only thing that does not change is change. So in my school, for example, all staff know that you can be moved at any time. You could be a grade 6 teacher today. You could be teaching kindergarten 2 tomorrow. And the vice versa is also true. So make sure you are open to change and always ready to adapt and flexibly say, okay, when is the next move? I'm ready for it. Let's see you happy and genuinely interested in the changes that are happening. When COVID came, we had to quickly all change, move into the internet, move onto the web world, if I may say. And those who were not ready to change realized that it really, really affected their businesses. So let's always be ready for change at whatever time it presents itself. If you need to ask questions to know how to go about it, ask questions. If you need to do research, do the research so that each time you are sure that you are working within the changeability of the environment that you are in. The next point is that you should own your mistakes. Own your mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. No boss, no director, no manager, no lead likes an employee who does not submit to the fact that they can make mistakes, who have very bad responses and very bad body languages and very bad ways of behaving when they are corrected or steered in the right direction. If you're an employee, especially if you're a new one at that, you must know that you will make a lot of mistakes because you are new to the job and there are things you are still learning to put together. One thing they must see is your willingness to say, yes, it's true, I did this. I did this. Can you show me a better way? Is there a better way to do it? I'm going to try and learn it so that it does not happen again. Own up your mistake. Own up and say that I did it. And then remember that whilst you say that, they will say that you are humble, you are ready to learn, and it's easy for you to be liked, it's easy for you to stay hired, and it's easy for you to be promoted. Build relationships is our 10th point. Don't go to work and say that I came to work. Now work I can't do. I no find friend. I no can't find friend. Now work I can't do. So you're always looking people up and down, up and down, up and down. Always making people feel that they didn't say the right thing at the right time. Always making it look like me be there. No. You are trying to stand out, but you are not trying to pull anybody down. Listen to that again. You are trying to stand out, but you are not trying to pull anybody down. So you must build relationships with your colleagues, with your clients, and with your bosses, so that you are a likable character. Eat lunch with people. Go if they invite you to a party and you can't go. Sometimes you are buying a drink. Buy a drink for somebody else. Just build relationships. Put yourself in. Be one, is what I'm trying to say. Mingle well and be one with the people, so that you can aim towards your vision and your mission together as colleagues. Find ways to motivate yourself. Don't always wait for the company to motivate yourself. How do you motivate yourself? You've done something. Let's say you've been given a deadline to submit something. You were able to submit the thing. My sister, my brother, buy yourself Coke, chilled one, add pie, sit down and say, na me do am. I meet deadline. I even meet deadline before deadline. After me, na me. After me, na me. Eat your Coke, eat your pie, and move forward. You see? So you are motivating yourself already. The Bible says, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. It happened 3 times. He needed to go for some wars. There was nobody encouraging him. He said, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. Self-motivation is the only motivation you need to do any job you are doing well. Self-motivation is the only motivation you need to do any job you are doing well. You do not need the company to motivate you. They did not motivate you to apply for the job, but you applied for the job. So as you have applied, you must keep yourself going. Stay self-motivated so that no matter what, you are always the one who stands out. That gets you promoted. And I said it can even win you a seat at the top of that organization. You can become a shareholder. You can even become the boss. Stay self-motivated. And focus on long-term and short-term goals. Set yourself, once they give you your job description, once you know the vision and the mission, once you know your department, once you get settled in, set short-term goals and long-term goals for yourself and make sure that you are accomplishing them one by one. As you accomplish, you take. As you accomplish, you take. You realize that it is motivating you so much that you are willing to work more. You are willing to do a whole lot more because you are seeing yourself accomplish everything that you set yourself to do. And then the next one says, practice healthy habits, eat well, exercise, sleep early, mingle with people, say hello to family, make friends. All those are healthy habits. Go to church, pray, read your Bible. Those are healthy habits. And as you feed your spirit and your body, you see that you are happy. And because you are happy, you transfer it to work. And because you transfer it to work, you become a happy person to be with at work. And because everybody likes you at work, it is easy to promote you, it is easy to see you, and it is easy to see that you are being the best employee that everybody likes. Develop your skills. Develop your skills. No matter how well-versed you are in whatever you are doing, there's always room for improvement. There's always room to learn something more. So develop your skills. Google a lot. Read a lot, ask a lot of questions, get to know people who are in the same field as you, how they are succeeding, read their stories, read their history. Become friends with some of them and ask them questions. So this is how should it be done? How should it be done? How should it be done? Should I do it this way? I did it this way the last time. Is there something I should add or remove? Develop your skills. There are so many web courses, so many web seminars, so many Facebook lives, so many YouTube videos that you can learn extremely from and become the best with the skills that you have. And while you are learning the skills, remember that don't learn only the skills that deal with your work, but that deal with every single thing around your work that makes your work easy. So we have some people who in their offices have people who make coffee for them. So because of that, they've never gone near the coffee machine. If the person who makes coffee has not come, they cannot make coffee. That is not developing your skills. And even though that coffee may not look like something that is needed to make your work better, you see that when that person was not there, you were unable to work because you needed your daily dose of coffee. So anything around your work that makes your work easier, makes it more comfortable, learn it in addition to the skills you would learn to make your actual job the best. The last point today is that look at the positive side of things. Look at the positive side. Always remember that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Always remember that there's always something good out of any situation it is at all. Joseph was sold into slavery and he became prime minister. Daniel was put in the lion's den and he became vindicated. There's always a silver lining to whatever negative thing is going on, whatever challenge you are facing. So always be the employee that sees the silver lining, that sees the positive outlook, that encourages the rest that this is for the better. It's turning around for our good. You just wait and see. It will become perfect. Be the one that always looks for the positive side of things, and you'll be the best employee at your workplace. All right, so I'll go through the points again on how to stay hired. How to stay hired. Number one is make sure you are following all your company guidelines and all your description. The second is that make sure you are working towards the company's vision and mission. Make sure you study the vision and mission very well and learn it. Number three is that treat everybody with respect. The cleaner, the boss, the director, the painter, the driver, the security man, everybody there deserves your respect. Number four is use your best effort. Work as hard as you can at your job. Number five is become an expert in your field of work and then become valuable to your workplace. Let's see your innovation. Let's see your ability to use whatever you have to thrive. Number seven is focus on solutions. Be solution-oriented, not problem-oriented. Number eight is be ready for change, to adapt to change. Be flexible so that you can be changed and you can fit into whatever change comes. Number nine is be ready to accept that you can make mistakes and be ready to accept that you have made a mistake. Number 10 is that build relationships. Become everybody's friend at work. Number 11 is find ways to self-motivate. So self-motivate yourself every time. Number 12 is make your short-term goals and long-term goals and make sure you accomplish them. Number 13 is practice healthy habits, healthy eating, healthy resting, healthy exercise. Number 14 is develop your skills, improve yourself, upgrade yourself, learn more, and learn skills around your work as well. And the final point for today is that look on the positive side of things. Make sure you are always the one who has something positive to say, something encouraging to say, and for people to believe that no matter what is happening now, we are going to get a good result from it. Well, today we have come to the end of another Rainer Speaks session. Thank you for joining. You know I'm always grateful when you take time off your busy schedules to join us on Rainer Speaks. God bless you for joining. Same time, same place, next week, right here. See you next week. Bye.
Stand back and run. deer's feet, and he will make me walk on higher mountains. A highway shall be there, and it shall be called the way of holiness. Hallelujah.
Cracks in my soul, pride in my heart, lust in my soul, sensual within. I call on my Lord just for a power. Jesus, help me, cleanse me from sin. He says, yes, he says, Jesus says, walk on, don't look back. He says, walk on, don't turn around.